Not yet. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Fantasy Football, and welcome to my video. In today's video I am going to be talking about the wildcard chip, and I also wanted to talk to you guys about a few players that I think that would be good for your wildcard draft teams for game week 3. Now, if you're new to the channel, if you haven't subscribe. I'm actually quite close to the 20k mark for my YouTube channel, which is amazing. So thank you so much, guys, and always drop a like. If you do want to become a Fantasy Football Hub member, there'll be a link in the description below. So let's go through the team. So here we go. Now, as for my team, I think that if I really wanted to wildcard, I would have pressed this button already, but I didn't. And I've been looking at a draft, I've been trying to like look at different strategies and looking at different player possibilities in my FPL team. And don't get me wrong, I was happy with it, but it wasn't over much of a change. And the players that I actually have in my team, like Werner, I don't really want to get rid before that West Brom game. Even Martial, I know there's a lot of FPL managers out there has completely removed them. I think we need to be quite careful when we remove a player. And, I got De Bruyne, I got Salah, I got James Rodriguez. There's a lot of players in this team that I actually want to keep. Of course, the defense can be shuffled around, but it's not too bad. And I think that, if let's just say I take a -4 point hit, I'll be quite happy with this team. We have to be careful when we are wildcarding on the players that we remove. That's what I'm a bit afraid of, and I think that might happen if I use the wildcard, because I'll get players like Raul Jimenez, which is fantastic. However, I'm actually thinking to get Raul Jimenez in game week 4. So, if Martial doesn't perform, if Werner doesn't perform, then it's a straight swap to get Raul Jimenez. One of the reasons that we're looking at, Manchester City players, even with Chelsea and Wolves players, is because their fixtures are incredible in the next coming, to be honest with you, with Manchester City, they're fixture proof anyway. But like a lot of players, if you're wildcarding right now, you would definitely get a lot of Wolves players. But with a lot of COVID issues, there might be some problems. So for me, what I'm going to be doing is, even if there's a price drop on St. Maximin, let's just say, or Egan, it's fine. I'm gonna take it because I think there's going to be a lot of news towards the end of the week, and I don't want to press this button just yet, just to switch a few players around. Yeah, I'll see. So my strategy is, I'm gonna wait towards I'm gonna wait up to about Friday. And if there's any big news, if there's any injuries to my main players here, then I'll obviously activate the wildcard. But we will see. That's my plan so far. So it's very close, but I'm not going to activate it right now. So yeah, that's my strategy. I'm going to wait until the deadline. If there is any big injuries, if there's any big problems, then I've got the wildcard to help me out. Look, I might take a -4 point hit, but I'm going to try not to. So let's look at some of the stats on the teams that I spoke about, like Chelsea, Wolves, and Manchester City, to help you with your wildcard decisions. So let's just start off with Wolves. Now, I just sorted this by the number of shots. As you can see, Raul Jimenez is number 1 in that Wolves team with 8 shots. As you can see, Traore and Saiss is the next 2 with 3 each. Now, one of the stats that I love looking at is the goal involvements, which is quite interesting. You can see here, Podence, so he had 2 shots, 1 in the box, and as you can see, 67% he is involved in the goals for Wolves, which is quite interesting. Raul Jimenez is 67 as well. And we got Sice that is a joint with Neto with 33. So the people that is going to be like scoring the goals is going to be those players there that I just mentioned. And if we look at other stats here, like creativity, should we go for creativity? What? Expected assist, or should we go for, let's just go for key passes. Moutinho here with 5, Neto with 3, Podence with 3. And if we go to expected assists, is 0.87. So it's quite high, and this is why a lot of FPL managers are going for this player here. That is 5.5. Now, if we go and look at some of these other stats, you know, it's 5.5. As you can see, like in game week 35, you know, this was like last season, but it's good to see how it kind of left off, right? In game week 35, 6 points. Then he got 3 in game week 36, and game week 37 he got 10. 38 is only 1, and he's got 6 in game week 1 and 5 in game week 2. So this is one of the reasons why he is a highly talked about in the FPL community on Twitter, well, especially on Twitter, because I see his name all over the place. So this is what I wanted to kind of mention. Sice, Raul Jimenez, and Podence is the players to kind of go for if you're going to bring in a Wolves player. Now, if you do want to have a Fantasy Football Hub member, there'll be a link in the description below. So please have a look at that, because there's a bunch of tools here to kind of look at some stats. You know, most of the stats or the things that I do is from the eye test, but I'm trying to like include a few more stats into my game. Now, if we go to Chelsea, I'm just going to scroll this down a little bit so we can just see. Now, I'm going to just do sort by shots. I'm not going to go through all of these stats, guys, but I'm just going to give you guys a little bit of a heads up. As you can see, Werner is the highest player that is actually taking shots with 6. One of them's being on target and 5 in the box, which is a very good stat, seeing that he's the only one that is taking the most shots here. But with Ziyech and with Pulisic coming back from injury, that shots and the expected goals and the assists is going to go even higher, because those guys that are coming back from injury, it's going to help more. It's going to create more chances. And if we hear that these players are coming back, then that is definitely going to help us. As you can see, Jorginho here, expected goals is 1.49 because of his penalty duties. You know, him scoring a goal does definitely help out. I want to look at other stats here that I wanted to mention that I don't know if I can find it. If I go to set pieces, and we can just do total, and as you can see, like for the set pieces, James is actually taking the set pieces. And if we look at some of his like points and results in like last season, like near the end of the last season, they got 6, 1, probably, I don't know if he played actually 60 minutes. I've got to have a double check on this. 1, and then as you can see in game week 38, got 6, in game week 1, 14, and 1 in game week 2. It's quite nice to kind of look at these things. And as you can see, he's been taking the corners, but I think that will definitely change and moving forward. And the other team that I wanted to look at is Manchester City. Now, there's a lot of FPL managers out there are thinking to bring in not only Kevin De Bruyne, but Sterling and Foden. And it's good to have a look at those stats. So we're just going to sort by shots. As you can see, Kevin De Bruyne is like taking more shots than any other Manchester City player there with 4. 4 on target, which is very, very good to see. And I want to see this though, the key passes. He is absolutely smashing everyone with 6 key passes, which is very, very high. The goal involvements, what's this one? If I can see, the goal involvements during games played. 69%. That is really, really high. So if Manchester City is going to score a goal, he's going to be on, like, he's going to be up there getting some returns for our FPL team. So those are the things that I wanted to show. And Foden is there as well. As you can see, 2 shots and 1 on target, 2 of them being on the box. A lot of people are looking into bringing Foden, but him being rotation risk, I'm not too sure. But if he does play, there is a good chance for him to do well. The project restart actually helped him out a lot. As you can see, 22 points. Then he didn't play, then 12. So yeah, then he kind of went down a little bit. But being around 6.5, it's actually quite easy to get. So with him, and I think Bernardo Silva has actually picked up a knock. So it's probably him or Mahrez is the players that are going to play for Manchester City. So those were some of the stats that I wanted to show you guys that might help you. I think that is about it. I just wanted to kind of like go through a little bit on stats for this video. I don't really look through the stats too much, but I wanted to give you guys like a heads up on some of those stats that we don't see often. So like, as for me, I'm going to do my best not to take a -4 point hit. But if I have to, then it's probably going to be St. Maximin. And as you can see, I got 6 million. Because of me removing Aubameyang to Kevin De Bruyne, I got 0.5 in the bank. Maybe I can just remove Egan here and get Size. So I could just do that as well. Then I'll have a Wolves defender. And if that's the case, let's just have a quick look at my team. If I do remove Egan, then, you know, if I play Size, then I will have this kind of formation, which is not too bad. I think I like this formation. So yeah, guys, that was pretty much it. I thought I'll bring a little bit of stats into my video. Hopefully that kind of giving you some kind of idea. But yeah, those are my thoughts on the wild card. I'm going to hold for now. If there's any problems, I might take a -4 point hit, but I'm going to try my best not to. And captain Kevin De Bruyne there against Leicester City. I am thinking to create more videos, so you guys let me know what you want to see. And that is about it. So yeah, if you're new to this channel, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, guys. I'm going to try my best to get to the 20k mark. And drop a like on the video. That definitely helps me out. Thank you so much, guys. And I'll see you guys next time. See ya.